and we bring in this man, Doug Karsch, live from Orlando, Florida. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, my man?
Just holding it down on a New Year's Eve. It's been kind of a fun show today.
Dude, a huge day of college football. There's games all over the place.
Yeah. We college football's been kind of running crazy the last couple of days, and today is going to be interesting. Yeah, Michigan and Texas, which obviously you're part of, in Orlando, and huge game tonight in the college football playoff with Ohio State and Miami. It's a lot of fun going on.
Yeah, and I will start with this. I ask you guys because it's completely wasted on me. I just got out of the press food area, and they have, because this is the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Oh yeah.
There were boxes and boxes and boxes of all different flavors of Cheez-Its. So, again, wasted on me, but the Buffalo Wild Wings and the jalapeno and the smoked cheddar and all the different flavors they got of Cheez-Its, all available to the media in the press box.
So you haven't partaken?
No, I did not. They had some chicken breast and broccoli, which is what I had. But the Cheez-Its, they put Cheez-Its on everything, too. You can get, like, Cheez-It dust on your brat, and I like all kinds of stuff. But,
so wait a minute. Hey, you have an opportunity to do a live on remote. Are you going to eat that? And you've chosen not to.
Well, now that you mentioned it, I've now gone out to the stands, which fortunately perhaps you can hear the concert that they're going to play at halftime. They're going through a sound check. So my timing here to sit in the stands is probably ill-advised for this radio appearance. But yes, I can go back to the press box and call you back if you want me to.
I mean, no, maybe just you can just send us a text with an update and tell us which was the best combo of Cheez-It flavor. I mean, it sounds.
I literally walk out to the stands and they start the sound check on the concert. My timing is brilliant. Hold on for a second. I'm going to get out of here.
This is what happens when you do live radio. You don't know what's going to go on.
Who's the performance, Doug?
Yeah, who we got? Who's playing halftime? Is it Kenny Chesney?
All right, hold on. Is this any better?
I mean, I didn't actually hear any music in the background to begin with. No. But sure, it's better if it makes you feel better.
Way better for me. I couldn't hear a thing.
There you go.
Who's the halftime show, Doug?
What's that?
Who's halftime? Who's practicing?
I don't know. Sounds like a country artist.
Maybe it is Chesney Gator.
It could be Kenny Chesney.
I could figure it out. This is going great, isn't it?
Yeah, outstanding. All right, let's get right into this.
Fantastic.
Michigan and Texas. Texas is, a 7-point favorite, I believe, at this point. I think they're expecting a decent crowd there. I don't know if you're going to get any feel for that a few hours before kickoff. But what's your feel about this game as we're approaching it?
It's impossible to predict. Texas has 8 different guys who started for them that have opted out of this game. Michigan had 3 in Jayshon Barham, Derek Moore, and Gio Hadi. Although Biff Poggi said yesterday there's a couple more that may not play in this game that have been banged up and got some injuries. So, bowl games have become a weird thing. Some teams really, really want to win them. Some teams look at them as an extra spring game. Either way, they're harmless. I know some people say, I'll just get rid of the bowls. I think they're harmless. They're football games. They're fun to watch. And if depending on your approach, showcase some guys that are going to have to play next year and we'll see how the roster settles in under Kyle Whittingham. But, is Jamar Browder going to play a big role today, the freshman wide receiver who, had the 15 practices in between Ohio State and now. And Andrew Marshall likely gets showcased again, the young receiver who Ohio State did a great job against. But, I think the crowd's actually going to be pretty good based upon what I've seen around Orlando.
Yeah, I would imagine. Both fan bases are pretty ardent. So to show up at this game and to be in Orlando at New Year's Eve, I've been there. It's a good time.
Yes, it is, and it's funny because in the Michigan team hotel, there's also like a beauty pageant going on, and there's a lot of foreign tourists here for the Disney experience. So it's quite an odd mix. Pageant moms, Gator, were taking over the hotel lobby this morning.
Interesting. Were there some single pageant moms out there?
No, I didn't inquire. But if you were here, I would have done my best to try and help you out to snare a pageant mom. Gator.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. The quarterbacks for these teams, I assume both quarterbacks are going to play because they're not eligible for the draft yet. So we're going to see Underwood and Arch Manning.
Yeah, Manning's impressive. I know that the expectations were through the roof, and the more that we talked about, the Texas people are like, look, we're happy with his progress. It's just, he was cursed. A curse and a blessing, right? Last name Manning comes in, doesn't light the world on fire, and people are quick to call people a bust. I don't know if you know this, but people make snap judgments.
What?
And then Bryce Underwood, same thing, right? I mean, number one player in the country, had his share of growing pains this year. Steve Sarkisian said, look, our guy, seasoned for a couple of years, played here and there. So, the fans that aren't happy with the play of a young quarterback, they need to check themselves a little bit, according to Sarkisian, who I think as much was defending his own guy as talking about Michigan's guy. But at the end of the day, yeah, two talented young quarterbacks, and we'll see what they do. I mean, Texas is without its top two running backs, its top wide receiver. They got to replace a couple of guys up front. So, but Arch is dangerous with his feet. Just ask Texas A&M what a problem he can be.
Who is Michigan without on offense? How are they set with the running back position? Used to be a great stable, and then injuries crept in. Are anybody getting healthy enough to play?
So Jordan Marshall is what I was told is going to give it a go, of course, coming off the injury that he re-aggravated against Ohio State. So we'll probably see him. The names Bryson Cusdahl got thrown around, of course, the build-up leading to this one. And Thomas O'Mara, a running back, Ann Arbor kid, walk-on, got some praise from the coach. But as far as we know, other than that, they get Hogan Hansen back. I'm not sure what role he will play, the tight end. I wouldn't be surprised if they really featured the tight ends and Andrew Marsh today.
Interesting there. Obviously, the big story with Michigan is that they've hired a new coach, Kyle Whittingham. It's a guy you were really high on when it became obvious that this guy is a real candidate. I was stunned that he was, because I thought stepping down from Utah, that was it for him. But Kyle Whittingham's an outstanding coach. How is that kind of taking over headlines this week? I know he had to meet with the team, but he also doesn't want to kind of step on the shoes and the toes of the people that are working this game today.
Yeah, he went to practice and watched, and what I was told is the day Kyle Whittingham showed up at practice, it was an intense day. Like, the players, wanted to make sure they made an impression on the new coach. And look, it's a weird dynamic, right? You remember when we were talking about stability in football programs back in the middle of the season, and Michigan State, as coaches were getting fired, it clipped all over the place. We're like, hey, they can try and swoop in. Well, now both Michigan and Michigan State have that vulnerability where they got to guard their yard, and that's Kyle Whittingham's first job. And, I know he met with a lot of players individually. A couple days later, there's likely going to be a team meeting here with him in charge. And, the NIL structure at Michigan is taking over and trying to guard their players that they want to keep around. But that's obviously communication between the new coach and Michigan's collectives to try and make sure they get the right guys. But it's just a strange dynamic because we've reached full-scale college sports free agency in between seasons, and I think everybody is, every fan base is a little bit leery of what's going to happen to their roster.
You going to go to Dodge tonight, or are you going to enjoy Orlando for the new year?
Heading right back. So as soon as the game's over, bus to the airport and try and get back by midnight to ring in the new year back in lovely Michigan.
I think you've got the shot to do that. Doug, thanks for the time. We appreciate it, and have a good time out there watching Michigan and Texas.
Always good, my man. See you next week.
All right. Doug Karsch, 97.1.